one tactic that can bring you a great many links and a great many visitors very quickly is simply to come up with a scoop, important news, and be the very first to present it. If you do that, a lot of other blogs, a lot of other sites are going to link to you, are going to talk to you, and maybe it might even get you in the press. And one very popular example, or one very popular site which is a very good example, is drudgereport.com. And it basically just contains headlines which link through to the stories themselves. And because it's constantly updated with new headlines, it can be effectively thought of as a news blog with very little content of its own. But that said, it's very popular, and it's broken quite a few news stories. And because of that, it's gone into the press. It's obviously got a lot of traffic and links from other sites. So obviously this can be done effectively if your site's to do with general news, shall we say, and if you can get hold of such a story. But of course you can break scoops in any subject matter, in technology, maybe be the first to report on a new feature of Google. Obviously that may not be possible to do, but just to give you an example. So that can really put your blog on the map if that's something you manage to do. And just as a further example, I've seen quite a few blogs that have one way or another managed to get hold of clips from brand new films before anyone else, and they then place it on their website. And that brings them a lot of attention, and even a lot of attention from the press. So, as mentioned, it's not the easiest tactic to use, because obviously you have to get the news first, you have to present it first, and you have to make people aware that you've presented it first, so that then everyone starts talking about it and linking to it. But if it's something you can do, it can really, really help your site and really even put you on the map. And that's what I believe happened with the Drudge Report quite a few years ago. They broke a story before anyone else, and it was a very big political story, and it just drew massive amounts of website traffic and press attention, and because of that, that's really propelled this site into the mainstream. And because of that story, it's probably the reason I've heard of this site, and it propelled the site into the mainstream, and it's stayed there ever since. So this can be a very, very powerful tactic if you're able to use it for your own sites.